Now, again, I have stayed completely blind to lore and legends, right? I'm not even going to look at this patch note. We're just going to dive into lore and legends because that's what's important to me. So, are we ready? I'm ready. Let's do it. The Lore and Legends dev drop. This has been out for a couple days now, but I waited so we could do it on patch day. Our next set brings history to life with more champions than ever before thanks to our unlockable champions mechanic. How many champs? 100. Damn, that's a lot. Yeah, the roster is usually 60. 40 of these champs will be unlockables added to your pool after completing their unlock conditions. And it comes out December 3rd, so we got about half a month before the set comes out. 40 additional champions enter the convergence as unlockables that can add to your draft pool. Some unlockable units come with relative ease, such as 2-cost Bard, our resident reroll flex carry, whose ability launches more damaging meeps at his foes for each 3-star unit on your board. Bard is unlocked simply by rerolling 4 times before stage 2-7. So if your reroll is your style, all you have to do is just that. Interesting. So you can kind of tutor your store for how you want to play the game and how you want to build based on actions you take in game. That sounds kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. And then he shows up in the shop. Dude, that's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Other unlockables are a bit harder. The Darkened Aatrox is a flexible 5-cost who gains attack damage equal to his Omnivamp, comes back from the dead upon his first death, and cycles through a devastating combo that sunders, knocks up, and executes. The dream, man. My beloved. To unlock Aatrox, you'll need to field a unit with 40% Omnivamp in combat and be level 8. Oh my god. Dude. Oh, that looks sweet. Let's get into the core rules. We'll cover way more unlockable champs as we get into the traits of the set. Once unlocked, the unit will appear in the furthest right side of your shot on your next roll. Also, you can guarantee it right after you unlock it. Unlocked units have the same amount of copies as other units of their tier. Note that units above 5 gold still count as legendary. Gold shop border. Same unit pool, 9 size. Okay, so like I said, I believe there are 7 cost units, but there's still only 9 of them in the pool. If multiple players unlock the same unlockable units, they will be taking copies from the same shared pool. Okay. If you unlock a unit and do that, this is actually kind of cool, because like, if you're uncontested, it's not possible for people to hold your unlocked units, right? If you're uncontested, people have to go out of their way to unlock the unit to contest you. Interesting. Very interesting. So if you were the only person who decided you wanted to do Bard and you rerolled 4 times before 2-7 and no one else did it, it's just too late. You're like, you can go for the Bard 3 uncontested. Seemingly. If you unlock a unit and do not have a copy of it on your board/bench, you will see it less often. If you continue to not purchase this unit, an item of it will appear less and less down to a minimum of 20% of the normal appearance rate. So you can tutor your shop even further by ignoring the unit. Holy crap. So even if you accidentally unlock something, you don't have to worry too much about overinflating your pool. If you sell an unlockable unit, returns to that unit's pool as normal. Okay? For 4 and 5 cost unlockables, if a small number of players have them unlocked, the odds of them appearing after you have 3 copies become much worse based on total copies in the pool. So if one player has a champ unlocked, buying 9 copies is much harder than a standard champ. Ah. Okay, so this goes against what I just said. My thought process initially was if there is a high value unit and you're uncontested, you can 3-star it with no competition, but they actually have a system in place to make you unluckier to compensate for that. Damn. I was sitting here thinking this was going to be the season of 3-star forecasts. All right. Cool. Getting the origin traits, there's a lot more in the set than I could ever cover here. Okay, we'll be looking into some of that a little bit later, right? I plan to play some games on the PvE down the line, but let's actually take a look at some of these traits and some of these champs. It's a lot, so bear with me here. Yordle, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Yordles, but it scales up to 8. You can unlock Poppy by fielding a Demacian or Yordle with 2 items. Unlock Cannon, 8 star levels of Ionia. Kabuko, unlock 6 star levels of Bruiser, Yordle, or Invoker. Fizz, field 5 Yordles or Bilgewater units and be level 7. Vagar, field a unit with 2 Rabadon's Death Caps. Ziggs, field a Yordle or a Zaunite with 3 items and be level 9. Ziggs from Zaun? Huh. In Legends of Runeterra, they actually made him a Shuriman unit, I think. Well, whatever. So, even though there's 10 Yordles, 7 of them are unlocks. Wow. That's a lot of Yordles, yeah. You likely won't be filling all of them all the time, although you are more than welcome to. Yordle's a large trait that's typically played as a vertical reroll comp, but even when played vertically will look drastically different depending on where you take the comp. Who you unlock in this comp will change everything from your splashing units to your cute little Yordle carry. Yeah, that's really interesting. So, Yordles gain 50 health and 7 attack speed for each Yordle fielded. 3-star Yordles grant 50% more. So it's still a reroll comp, but because of the different unlock conditions, the comp is going to change from game to game based on where you decide to take it. That's really cool. And your first shop each round has a Yordle in it. And get 2 free rolls each round. And get a Yordle grab bag each round. Interesting. He's not going to show us what's in the bag? What's in the bag? Oh, I do hope it's a needlessly large rod. Vagar's got a pass where he gains more ability power from all sources. Okay. Okay, fine. Ixtal. Kiana, Nico, Melio, Nidalee, Skarner, Brock. Brock? Who is Brock? Nidalee is unlocked by fielding 2 2-star Nikos in combat together. Skarner, field a non-tank with Gargoyle Stoneblade. Brock, collect 500 Ixtal Sun Shards total. Ixtal is our choose your own adventure and risk trait that'll offer you 3 quests with varying difficulty and sun shards to compensate. After you complete a quest, you'll be able to embark on a new quest or cash in for an equivalent reward. Later stages will offer more shards. Just remember to trade them in for power before you trade your game in for a gray screen. So is this your econ? Is this the econ augment? Complete quest to earn Heal 2 player health at the start of each player combat. So this is the Econ. This is the lost streak trait. After winning combat, find 50 sunshots and unearth bonus loot. So your first quest is to lose 4 rounds. Then field a 2-star Nico. Have exactly 1 HP left for 700 shards. I wonder if they'll bring back the augments that'll keep you alive at 1 HP. In 3 rounds with 0 gold. Have Brock survive 5 rounds. There are a lot more quests to uncover, but hopefully this gives you a starting point. Interesting. Who is Brock? So this is Ixtal. Who is this? Who is this? Who's this wolf? Kiana, Nico, Melio, Nidalee, Skarner, Brock. Is that Brock? No, Brock has been unlocked. Oh, I see. And then you get to choose your next quest. I see. Kill 15 enemies. Spend all. Start a new quest round. Interesting. Oh, this is Nidalee. She's transformed into a cougar. Okay. Interesting. Well, that sounds really fun, actually. The 7 cost Brock. He's only unlockable after getting 500 sunshots, so you're going to want to get questing early. But once you've got him, he's the type of Brock you can rely on. Even when you're stuck between a Brock and a hard place. I get it. Passive gives him CC immunity. Allows attacks to briefly knock up the target and deal damage in a 1 hex radius. Active ability has him slamming into the ground, dealing damage to all enemies. Reduced for those further from the center. If it's the first cast of a fight, he'll also knock them up. Afterward, it will cause rocks to fall around the battlefield. God damn. Brock sure does a lot. Oh, this is what I expect out of Malphite. Bro, this should just be Malphite. If you want to play Ixtal more as a tempo comp, taking easier quests to constantly gain power and playing for powerful unlockable units is the way to go. Working your way to an early Nidalee unlock by fielding 2 Nikos can help you in your ultimate quest winning. Nico's ability has her leap towards her enemy, shielding herself before slamming down, reducing attack speed. Nidalee will jump to nearby enemy, deal damage. While Nico is alive, Nidalee will be completely untargetable. Untargetable does not mean invulnerable. Wow. Nico Nidalee, confirmed. Alright, cool. Time for my favorite region, Noxus. Briar, Scion, Darius. Have Draven drop 1 gold to get Darius. Okay. Draven, LeBlanc, Ambessa, Swain, Mel. No Mordekaiser, curiously. To unlock LeBlanc, field a Scion with 2 items. Mel, to unlock 2-star Ambessa with 1 item. Dies, okay. Unleash the power of Atakhan, Bringer of Ruin, the Noxus summon that'll join your fight after 15% of the enemy's health has been lost. Oh, Noxus is the summon comp. Nice. Power scales with Noxian star levels, and the breakpoints you reach the trait. Slashes enemies. Noxians get more powerful the longer he is alive. Drains the souls of enemies on cast. After 10 seconds, bring ruin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you need 2 Noxus emblems. It looks like unlocking all of the Noxians is actually not that difficult. To get Darius, you have to have Draven drop a gold. Which I don't know what that entails, but if you're going vertical Noxus, you're buying Draven, right? Fielding a Scion with 2 items just makes sense. Scion's a 2 cost. Having your Ambessa die, it all makes sense, right? It shouldn't be too hard to get them all. Cool. Very cool. He's the perfect support and frontline for a capstone carry in Mel. Mel's passive allows her to throw out 2 radiant orbs that deal magic damage and drain 1 mana. Perfect to prop her secondary trait, which applies Dazzle, reducing their damage amp. After draining enough mana, she gives a random radiant item. Damn, Mel's about to be really annoying in TFT too, huh? Mel gets enough mana through draining and more natural currency, she'll detonate the orbs on her target, causing an explosion. So she casts her E. And then she does her ult. Okay. Oh my. Melfight version 2. Great. I know my favorite comp already. Ionia, 246. Really? There's a lot of Ionia units, but it only scales up to 6? Jin, Shin, Xinjiao. Shin really is a 1-cost, bro. Just looking at the lore. Jin, Shin, Xinjiao, Yasuo, Ari, Kennen, who's unlocked by 8-star levels. We saw him earlier. Wukong, Yone, which requires you to 3-star your Yasuo, who's a 2-go. Yunara, and then Set, the boss. Level 8 and field only 1 unit in the first 2 rows of combat. Oh, it's old Set. Yeah, just the boss trait. Does he go and do sit-ups? Well. Walk a different path each game. The path will be the same for each player and will shape the way to play the comp. So it's kind of like Mirage. Like in the current revival set, it's like Mirage. Path of Spirit. Ions gain bonus HP. When cast, they gain stacking 80 and AP. Every third takedown Ionians participate in grants 1 gold. Ionians gain 80 and AP. Okay, so every time you earn the gold, they get more. 80 and AP based on star level, and then gain XP after every player combat. Ionians gain bonus health and deal bonus magic damage. These effects increase if they're 3-starred. So the reroll path. Ionian attacks have a chance to trigger an extra attack, and attacks deal bonus physical. Okay? You can reroll Xinjiao into his inevitable death and rebuild as the ultra-powerful Darkin champion Zahen. Bruh. What am I looking at? It's Akali. Bro, he's Akali. Is Akali here? No. Xinjiao's a 2-star or a 2 gold? Zahen will kill Xinjiao and take his items after 5 combats with the 3-star Xinjiao. Dark, but if you like that kind of stuff, let me tell you a story of how one dude cursed an entire island to bring his wife back from the dead, only for her to be like, nah. Right, so Xinjiao is a 2-cost, but if you're willing to re-roll him, you can get Zahen, who's clearly like a 5-cost. Doesn't show anything about him here, so I don't know that you can buy more. Alright, so yeah, you hit Path of Transcendence, just 3-star Shin. Shadow Isles scales up to 5, and there's only 5 of them. Much of this set will have you flex around what you unlock. Shadow Isles asks you to lock in through dedication to their fallen King Viego. As the only non-unlockable, Viego will your path to salvation is use the trait to collect souls, grow more powerful, and spread ruination. So, Viego's the only one that isn't unlocked. He's a 1 gold quick striker. But if you field a 2-star Viego with 2 items, you get Yorick. Then you start collecting souls. 20 souls gets you Gwen, 75 gets you Callista, 150 gets you Thresh. Whenever any champion dies, you'll gain their soul. Shadow Isles champions' abilities are unique and power based on the number of souls you have. They also gain attack damage and ability power. So you get almost double the souls at 5, with 25% AD and AP. So I suppose you like reroll Viego. Very interesting. So I wonder what you flex Shadow Isles with. Do you play it with like Ionia or something? Probably not. Thresh drains health from foes within 2 hexes, and upon cast will create a prison of walls that lasts 5 seconds. Hey, the box has 6 walls. It's a hexagon instead of a pentagon. During this time, his passive drain is doubled, and enemies who touch the prison walls take damage. If there are less than 2 enemies inside the prison at any time, Thresh will drag another enemy in. And if they collide with the wall, good luck. Interesting. Yo, that's actually cool as hell. Looking to add more scare factor to your Shadow Isles cop? Even though he's not technically from Shadow Isles, Fiddlesticks certainly embodies the terror of the Ruined Isles, and as a Vanquisher, he's the perfect splashable unit to get your Callista's ability critically striking. Fiddlesticks teleports into the largest cluster of enemies, stunning them, dealing damage each second until he runs out of mana. 20 mana while each second, but with his legendary trait Harvester, he'll keep the mana and the crows coming whenever an enemy champion dies. Cool, so Fiddlesticks is a 5 cost? Neat. With only 1 real trait, which activates as a 2-piece, Fiddlesticks is one of the many threat-like flexible units of lore and legends. Alright. Bilgewater. Only scales up to 5. A lot of these traits actually are not vertical, so you can kind of piece them together. Alawi Graves. Field of Twisted Fate with 2 items. They're both 2 costs. Gangplank, Nautilus, Fizz, who we saw earlier, Misfortune, and then Tahm Kench, who requires you to spend 500 Silver Serpents. Black Market is open for those with enough Silver Serpents. Every round you'll gain Serpents, plus an additional 2 per Bilgewater takedown. Spend them for stats. Or special loot. Nice. So 15 Servants, then 30 with better loot, 60 plus superior loot, and then if you get 10, 4x stats, fire cannons. Wow. 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So you need 2 emblems. If you can get 2 emblems, you can get all the way to 10. That's a 3-star cap. The 3-star captain event from back in the day. Neat. Bilgewater can be played as a reroll comp with dual carries that roll deep. You'll be happy when you do because the boys work together with Twisted Fate, marking targets the groups can hit attack speed, cone, AoE. And then if you spend 500, you can unlock Tahm Kench. Oh, I saw this actually. I spoiled myself a little bit. It's like the old Tahm Kench. His ability eats a unit, and if the unit dies, he drops loot. Yeah, I remember. You can also feed him units off the bench. So it's literally like Tom Kench. I don't remember what set it was, but this is a unit from an old set. Zaun goes up to 7. Shimmer infused units will help you get gold. After 4 seconds, Zaun Knights become shimmer fused. 10% attack speed. A few seconds it wears off and they become shimmer fused again. Refresh after 4 seconds. At 60% health, Zaun Knights restore health over 3 seconds and become shimmer fused. Shimmer fused monsters are increased by 30%. So you got Blitzcrank, Echo, Vi, Dr. Mundo, Jinx, Singed, who requires you to take damage and field 4 Zaun Knights or Juggernauts. Warwick, who requires a 2-star Jinx and 2-star Vi. And Ziggs, field a Yordle or Zaun Knight. And there's 8 of them, so you can pretty much always get to 7. Cool. Zaun isn't just about honoring canonic familial connections, it's also about the thematic and pragmatic. Keep an eye out for one of its set's team-up augments like Poison Pals. Grant you a Singe and a 2-star Teemo. Every 4 seconds, Teemo fires a dart at Singe's target. When an enemy is poisoned by Teemo dies, Singe gains ability power. So an augment for Teemo and Singe to work together. No, it's like the arcane set all over again. Cool. Demacia 357. Stuff like Pedrocyte, Demacians gain armor and MR. Each time the team loses 25% max health, Demacians rally, making their abilities cost less to cast for the rest of combat and allowing them to fight with their way back. So at 3, it's 18 armor and MR minus 10, 35 minus 10, 35 minus 10 on rally, smite enemies, and at 11, 60 armor, 20% mana cost for Demacia. 11 from 7? You need 4 emblems? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them, so you need 3 emblems. So Jarvan, Sona, Poppy is unlocked. We saw that earlier. Shinjao, Vayne, Garen, Lux, and then Galio is unlocked by 12 total star levels. So cool, they're kind of like a comeback comp. Demacia is a big vertical with a simple goal, field Demacians and get the bonus unit Galio. With his heroic legendary trait, Galio can't be fielded. Instead, his trait counts from the bench, and when Demacia's roll, he dives in the fight. Oh, that's cool. He counts and you don't even have to field him. 3-hex Shockwave, so he just ults in. Every third attack dealing most magic damage. Yeah, that's a lot for a unit you don't have to field. Silas. Sandra Strong, they have the art of someone stealing your magic, but the real kicker with the sunk is how you unlock him. Silas is only unlocked upon selling a 2-star Jarvan, a 2-star Garen, and a 2-star Lux. A legendary unit with the Arcanist Defender class traits and an origin trait Train Breaker that allows him to rotate between 3 powerful spells. Cataclysm, Demacian, so he gains the spells of the units you sell. That's so cool. So if you try to go Demacia and you're contested, you could pivot into Silas by selling your Demacian units. That is so cool, actually. I'm contested, sell my units, unlock a cool new legendary unit, slam him onto the board, just pivot. Man, that's cool as hell. Anyway, great. That is just a taste, right? Like I said, I waited a couple days to read this, and it's looking good. It's looking real cool. I'm actually extremely excited. And it looks like the patch is not actually live yet, right? It's probably live tomorrow. Cool. So, yeah, I think that's gonna about do it. I was gonna take a look at Zahen, but I was gonna do it in like the practice tour, but I guess we'll wait till tomorrow. I'm assuming he comes out tomorrow. November 19th. Yeah, tomorrow. So that's when we'll take a look at Zahen. So expect another video tomorrow on Zahen. Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna about do it for me. Once again, for my YouTube peeps, this is going to be divided into two videos. You are probably watching right now the end of the TFT video. We will be taking a look at Zahen tomorrow. And if you wanted to see the League of Legends patch notes, that should already be uploaded, hopefully. Anyway, either way it goes, whether you're watching the end of the first video or the second video, I'm going to end it here. It's been nice seeing you guys again. I'm actually kind of excited to get into it, especially the new TFT set. It's looking real good. So until then, I'm going to catch y'all next time. Peace.